All right, let's jump right in with a thought exercise. It's a simple one, but it's really powerful, especially if you lead a team. I want you to think about this. What if you could make things just a little bit smoother at work every single day?
Oh boy, have you heard this one before? We've always done it this way. It might just be the 6 most expensive words in business. We've all said it, we've all heard it. It's basically the sound of hidden friction. You know, those little hang-ups we've gotten so used to that we don't even see them as problems anymore. They're just how things are.
And this is what we're talking about today. The friction you ignore. It creates these little, almost invisible slow spots in your day. The tiny hurdles your team has just learned to work around, probably without even realizing it. Does any of this sound familiar? That one report that makes everyone groan because, it just takes forever. Or, copying and pasting the same information into 3 different places. Or maybe my favorite, just sitting around waiting for someone else to do their part so you can start your part. We just shrug and say, well, I guess that's just how the system works. But does it have to be? No, really. Think about it for a second. When was the last time you or someone on your team actually stopped and said, hold on, why are we doing it this way? Can't we just fix this? A lot of the time, the answer is, well, it's been a while. So let's run a little experiment. Because breaking this cycle, it doesn't need some huge, expensive 6-month project. It all starts with just a simple shift in how you think about it. And that's the core idea right here. What if you could find and fix just 2 of those little frustrating things a day? Not a giant system overhaul, not some massive new initiative, just 2. And look, we're not talking about reinventing the wheel. A fix could be something super simple. Maybe it's getting rid of a pointless approval step that everyone just clicks through anyway, or finally cleaning out that one confusing, outdated spreadsheet, or even just creating a simple email template for something you send out all the time. These are the low-hanging fruit. Now, let's flip this around. Instead of focusing on the problem, think about the opportunity. Imagine all the time, and more importantly, the mental energy you get back. What could you and your team actually do with more room to think, to lead, to create? This is where it gets really, really cool. It's all about how these tiny fixes start to stack up. It's about compounding momentum. 2 little fixes might not sound like a big deal, but just watch what happens. It all starts here, with this one totally achievable, non-scary number, 2. Not 20, not 200, just 2 a day. It's a goal that's so manageable, it's almost hard to say no to. And this is the seed for everything else. Okay, so check out the math on this. That small commitment to 2 fixes a day, that quickly becomes 10 smoother processes every single week. Before you know it, that turns into more than 40 friction points just gone every single month. Now, think about that multiplied across your whole team. The numbers get big really fast. And this brings us to the most important point. This isn't just about saving 5 minutes here or 10 minutes there. It's not about working faster so you can cram more stuff into your day. It's about clearing out all the junk to give yourself breathing room. You're not just saving time, you're reclaiming the capacity to do great work. So yeah, let's talk about that. Reclaiming capacity. Because this goes way beyond just efficiency. The real win here is tapping into those deeper rewards that come from a workflow that just works. This way of thinking actually changes your whole strategy for growth. You know, a lot of leaders think growth means let's hire more people to do the same inefficient work. But there's another way. Growth by momentum. That's where you empower the awesome team you already have by just getting the junk out of their way. And the advantages just keep piling up. When you get rid of that friction, you get less stress. You simplify things. You get fewer mistakes. That leads to faster results, which, of course, leads to higher morale. And pretty soon, you don't just have a productive team, you have a team that feels absolutely unstoppable. If you only remember one thing from all this, let it be this right here. This is the whole idea in a nutshell. Stop hunting for one big, magical solution. Instead, look for the hundreds of tiny, simple fixes that, when you add them all up, change everything. Okay, so this all sounds good, right? But how do you actually get started? Let's make this super practical. Here is your first move, something you can do this week. And you know what the best part is? You don't need to buy any fancy software or some new complicated system. The most powerful tool you have for this is just your own attention. You just have to start noticing the friction that everyone else has learned to live with. Here's how you can run a quick audit. Step 1, and this is the most important part. Ask your team. A simple question. Hey, what's a small thing we put up with every day that honestly shouldn't even be a problem anymore? Step 2, shut up and listen. Seriously, write down everything they say. Don't argue, don't defend, just listen. And then, step 3, don't get overwhelmed. Just pick one thing from that list and fix it this week. That's it. That's how you start. So I'll leave you with this last question to think about. Picture your team right now. If just one of those annoying little problems was just gone by tomorrow morning, what would change? What would that feel like? Now imagine what it would feel like if you did that every single week.